Do you know what I think? I think cooking should be fun, it should be creative, it should be entertaining, and the result should be delicious. Of course, that's just my personal opinion. When it comes to this chicken pie, Microdac style, it was all those things, especially delicious. Grilled chicken. Cooked grilled chicken. That's what I started with, and of course it had all the seasoning already on it, so I didn't have to add any salt. And that's a good thing. I also, for the crust, I also used an egg, but I'll show you exactly what I did with this a little later on. It's egg, milk, and some other things. Other things meaning how I seasoned the egg. But for now, let me just say that I used the store brand cream of chicken soup. After all, the chicken was already cooked, and the soup is already cooked. And then I seasoned it to taste. Garlic powder. I like thyme, as you know. And I added some cheese. Not much, just enough to bring up the flavor a little bit. But of course, as you know, you're free to be as creative as you wish. You may use garlic powder if you want to. If not, garlic salt. The idea is to be creative. While that was going on, I used one of my 33-cent bread to cut them up in slices and of course to bake them in the toaster oven. The idea is that I would have some sort of a toast to have with my chicken pot pie. It turned out very well. All I had to do was to add butter. But you want to know about the chicken pie, don't you? Alright, so I used an entire onion. Perhaps I should have used half an onion, but I happen to like onion. If you're going to make this recipe and you're not a big fan of onions, then just use the half. The chicken, of course, I added all of the chicken you saw before on top of the onion and chicken in my aluminum baking dish. Then I added the cream of chicken soup. Now I will tell you that I did dilute the soup so that it would pour easier and get saturated into the chicken and the onion. Then my egg. Another opportunity to be creative. One egg, I added maybe 1/8 of a cup of milk. And to that, again, the creative part is to add whatever you like. I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese, as I said earlier, some garlic salt, and I whipped it up really, really, really well. I also add a couple of dashes of hot pepper sauce. I'm not a fanatic, but I do like spicy foods at times. Then I added the flour. This is very critical. Just add enough flour to make enough of a batter, just like that. Okay? Of course, then you pour the cream of chicken soup on top of the onion and the chicken in the baking dish. Once that's done, of course, then you put the batter on top of that. This is the egg batter. Remember, we talked about that? We showed you that? So, it's onion, then the chicken, then the cream of chicken soup, and then the egg batter on top. After all that, you put it in the oven, set the temperature at approximately 400 degrees, and after 30 minutes, you want to monitor it every 5 minutes or so until voila, this is what you have. Honestly, I did not know how it was going to turn out. But I had a guest over for dinner, and my guest liked it a lot. After the guest had seconds, I decided that perhaps, yes, absolutely, I will try. Do you know something? It was delicious.